I'd like to introduce Ms. Sakhee Chandrayan. Ms. Sakhee, President and Founder Director of INBAC Association, with over 2 decades of industrial experience, is leading global teams for product strategy, businesses, and customer experience focused on enterprise scale software for sustainable building solutions, open standards, and protocols. She is engaged in bringing industry leaders to design the future of open system building automation community to create an ecosystem for growth, empowering smart infrastructure and creating practices and helping businesses tap to collaborate development's power. Today, Mrs. Sakhee will give us brief overview of smart, secure, sustainable building for business growth. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sakhee.
Thank you everyone for being here and listening to the thoughts which are related to smart, secure, sustainable buildings for the business growth. The world is becoming increasingly interconnected, isn't it? And the automation technology is rapidly growing. In the view of green manufacturing, as we focus on building automation system, also known as building management systems, as critical aspect of modern building design, operation, and the systems that are designed to automate and control various aspects like operations, including heating, cooling, lighting, security, product manufacturing, and many more. We must also focus on the automation to create a more efficient, comfortable, safe environment, which is also known as healthy and sustainable buildings. Buildings, those create high quality indoor environment while minimizing their impact on Mother Earth. When we talk about green, we all know together we must strive for sustainable practices supporting ecological, human, economic, health, and vitality. In simple words, to keep the planet from warming more than 1.5 centigrades above pre-industrial levels. Now, the keywords here I focus upon is the era which is industrial and the pre-industrial. We as Indians are now committed to the energy efficiency, decarbonization, and achieving a state of net zero emission. A paper by Terry says India has made remarkable progress in recent years. It now has fifth largest solar and fourth largest wind power capacity in the world, with its total capacity by over 100 gigawatt. Though the share of renewables in total electricity generation is now over 10%. More than 70% of countries' electricity is still generated or was still generated by fossil fuels until 2021. Well, achieving net zero is not only about energy efficiency, it also requires rapid decarbonization. While we are talking about rapid decarbonization, it is important to consider two topmost aspects. One, increasing demand of energy by 2050, which is expected to be double than today. And the second aspect is still not compromising on the comfort and the health of the occupants. The wise leaders of industry are now critically focused on thermal comfort instead of cooling and data-driven approach instead of "mujhe aisa lagta hai" approach. Among all sectors, the building sector plays a central role for a zero carbon future and more possibilities as well. Buildings globally already account for around 40% of global greenhouse gas emission, with building operations accounting for 28% and embodied carbon CO2 emission from material and construction accounting for around 11%. India is the world's the fourth largest economy and the third largest global greenhouse gases emitter and the fourth largest electricity consumer as well. We all understand that the sectors such as steel, cement, chemical production, as well as oil, coal, gas extraction, refining, produce 30% of global CO2 emission and 33% of methane emission. And these sectors are hardest to decarbonize. Why am I talking about it? Or what does it mean to us? It is important for us to focus on the areas which can create a better balance. Like when we think of power generation, we must think of renewable power generation or renewable. When we think of optimization, we must back our hypothesis by huge data churning. While we talk about reduce, reuse, and recycle, we need to add one more objective to ourselves, that is repurpose, as the safe energy at the moment. Green manufacturing, encapsulated in the green buildings, calls for optimum amalgamation of technology, togetherness, and thoughtfulness. Now, the crux of smart and sustainable building lies in the continuous measurement, learning trends, and big data, and monitoring, control, and optimization. We are also working very closely with IIT Madras for energy efficiency and building optimization survey, audits, and recommendation projects. In this era of collaboration, as a community, created building automation community in India, that we promote connected, data-driven, interoperable, secure, efficient buildings based on open systems. And thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sakhee, for giving us an overview about smart, secure, and sustainable buildings for your growth. We request the delegates and viewers to stay connected with us on our social media handles. OEM Update is available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also download our app from Google Play and App Store. With this, we want to announce the closing of today's session. Request you to stay tuned for more such sessions. Thank you and goodbye.